Hello, everyone. Hello. Dr. Kimberly Clay here with the value of me building healthy self esteem. I'm just super excited to be here with you every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Even if you're watching this later, doesn't matter. You still made it here, and I am glad about it. How about we go ahead and like, share, and tag someone in this educational experience? The value of me. Like this, share it on your page, on your friends' timelines, in your groups, and then go in the chat section below and hit the @ sign and tag someone. Tag a few someones to come and join us in this experience. This has been so good. I've been enjoying part 4 of the value of me. Come on, let's like, share, and tag. I'm super excited to be here with you. Get your note pages, your pen, go to your notes on your phone, your iPad. Just make sure that you're in a place where you can get undivided attention to this educational experience so that we can learn the value in ourselves and help build a healthy self-esteem. Keep liking and sharing. I'll be right back with you after this announcement. Hello, ladies. It's time for Extraordinary Women 2024 Empowerment Conference, Saturday, November 2nd and Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. Hilton Garden, 4100 Glover Lane, North Little Rock, Arkansas, 72117 is the location for the Saturday, November 2nd event at 10 o'clock a.m. Sunday, November 3rd at 3 o'clock p.m. will be at the Anointed Praise and Worship Ministries Pine Bluff campus at 2901 South Willow Street, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, 71603. Your host is Dr. Kimberly Clay, Ph.D., organizational psychologist. You can reach her at 972-589-1925 or email familyvibesinc@gmail.com. Go now and register at a discount at www.drkimberlyclay.com. Again, register at drkimberlyclay.com. This event is hosted by Family Vibes Counseling and Dr. Kimberly Clay, business coach, organizational psychologist. So join us. Go ahead and get registered. Invite your girls to join you for Extraordinary Women 2024 Empowerment Conference, November 2nd and 3rd. The value of me. Building a healthy self-esteem. Let's do this. We've learned so much in our progress in the earlier parts in these previous weeks. But today, we're going to talk about learning to value yourself. Before we dive in, though, in case you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kimberly Clay. I am the founder of Family Vibes Counseling Incorporated. Super excited about working in the community. This organization provides individual counseling, family counseling, marriage counseling. We work with teens. We do group sessions. We help battered and abused women to come out of those situations. We're even endeavoring to build 24-hour youth centers. We are established in the state of Arkansas, but looking to be a national organization. Just really excited about the work that we do. Hence This is where the value of me comes from. I am an industrial organizational psychologist. I have a master's in counseling psychology, but my doctorate is in industrial organizational psychology. So I deal with people. I like dealing with people in organizations, in industries, helping them to work better together. So let's see what we can do in this value of me so that we can first love ourselves, then we can learn how to love on others. So for the note takers, I know there's someone who's helping me with the notes in the chat. We are talking about learning to value yourself. That's what I need from us this week. Every week I give you an assignment to work on. We're going to learn how to value ourselves. Learn to value yourself. Come on, tell your neighbor, if you're next to somebody, learn to value yourself. Learn to value yourself. We're going to talk about a few points today that we want to keep in mind as we learn to value ourselves. We want to first acknowledge that inner critic. See, this is huge, y'all. I'm already teaching. Somebody say, teach, Dr. Clay. Go on, hit the hearts. I'm already teaching. Acknowledge the inner critic. All of us. That's the reason why we need healthier self-esteem, because all of us have an inner critic, that person, that voice on the inside that criticizes everything about us, from our hair to our eyes to our skin color to our body shape, the way we think, the things that we do. The inner critic. We all have that loud inner voice that isn't always kind. Come on. Be kind to yourself. That voice, that loud inner voice, it interjects when we have ideas and projects at hand. It often persuades us from taking that leap of faith or believing in ourselves. When left unchecked, yes, that loud inner critic, that loud voice needs to be checked. The inner critic can have devastating effects on our self-esteem. This is no place for our self-worth to grow. It's not an opportunistic environment. It's not a great environment for self-esteem to grow in the place of this inner critic. Wrestling with this critic is often a lifelong journey, but a good step is to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge when that loud critic, that loud negative voice comes into our minds, that inner voice that criticizes everything about us. So many people live the whole length of their life with this voice on autopilot. Many times the enemy, the devil, has sent people into our lives to hinder us, to abuse us, to do us this way and that way. That person is long gone, but we're still quoting the negativity that person sowed into our lives, that they left there. That's what's called autopilot. It's just already working. It's just set to come up and to work and to speak at any moment, at different times in our lives, when we're trying to progress, when we're trying to do better, when we're trying to do something new. That voice, that inner voice, that critic comes on autopilot to try to shut things down, never really realizing how much of a dictator that voice has become. When you can pause and acknowledge that voice is calling the shots, you can learn to take back your power and value. Come on. Note takers, number one, acknowledge the inner critic. The inner critic, who is talking? It's surely not the voice of the Lord if it's speaking against you and you're talking about yourself or putting yourself down. No, that's not the voice of the Lord. That's the voice of the enemy on autopilot, and we're just quoting it to ourselves. You're not capable of that. You can't do that. You too ugly. You too fat. No, we will not talk to ourselves that way anymore. Come on. Tell yourself, self, I'm sorry. I won't talk to you that way anymore. We've got to declare it out in the atmosphere. We've got to say it. We've got to acknowledge that we've been not so kind to ourselves and to learn how to be better. So number one, acknowledge the inner critic. Realize that it's there and that it's happening. And then we can take control of that thing. That loud inner voice is not always kind. It interjects when we have ideas and projects at hand. New things. When we're trying to do new things, when we're trying to expand, when we're trying to grow, trying to innovate, do new things, there comes the inner critic. When he comes, when that voice comes, when she comes, tell her no, tell him no. I'm not obliging today. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to grow. I'm going to do more. I value myself. I'm putting my value on top shelf and I'm going to do something new. I'm going to value me. So that's number one. We're going to acknowledge that inner critic, okay? Acknowledge. Just know that it's there so that we can recognize when it starts talking. When you pause and acknowledge that it's calling the shots, you can take back your power and increase the value of yourself. We're talking about the value of me, right? The value that we have on ourselves. What do we think of ourselves? How much do we value or consider ourselves? Number two. Come on, these are good points. Let's make sure that we get this today because we've got to do better by ourselves. Concerning ourselves, our own lives, we've got to do better. It's one thing to take care of our children, to take care of our families, our spouses, but we've got to take care of ourselves. Number two, receive a compliment. Oh my, how simple does it sound, but so hard to do sometimes. The next time someone compliments you, yes, notice if you're quick to send that compliment back or wave your hand dismissively so as to not attract attention. Oh no, this, my dress, oh, this old thing, no, it's nothing. No, receive the compliment. We're so afraid it's coming off needy that we hardly ever receive the good words someone sends our way. Really, the true culprit here is that we don't often believe that we're worthy of the compliment. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Really, the true culprit here, the one we need to look at, is that we don't often believe that we're worthy of the compliment. We don't even think enough of ourselves a lot of times to think that someone would say something good about us or compliment us. We don't value ourselves. We don't have a good sense of self-worth. But I declare and decree today that you will start to value yourselves and the gifts and the callings that God has placed in you, and that you will start to value yourself. You won't fall for just anything. You won't listen to just anything, but that you will receive compliments and value yourself and know that you're worthy of the compliment. The beautiful truth here is that we don't often see ourselves in the same way that others see us. That's certainly true. We don't often see ourselves in the same way that others see us. So get this. This is what I want us to do. The next time that someone says something nice about you, believe them and receive their words fully. Somebody say fully, fully, fully. The next time someone says something nice about you, come on, believe them and receive their words fully. Number 3, be grateful for effort. Y'all, just to be honest, it's not always easy to show up in our lives, just to show up, just to pull up on the next event, to pull up on the next assignment. We don't always stop to examine just how much effort we put forth just in our everyday life, just in everyday living. We don't even realize how much effort that really takes. One way to value ourselves more is to be grateful for every single thing that you do. Every single thing. It's easy, very easy, to be critical and wish you'd done better. We can always beat up on ourselves. We never think that we put forth enough effort. We can be critical and wish that we had done better. But you're always doing the best that you can. Now, this is not an excuse for someone to use to not put forth any effort. But for those of us who always do our best and then we beat ourselves up, you're always doing your best. Stop wishing that you done better. You gave it all that you had. Keep that up and celebrate small progresses. I call it baby steps. Small progresses that we're making. Your entire being, your whole self will thank you tenfold. Again, it's easy, very easy to criticize ourselves, to be critical and wish that we had done this better or said that different or done this better, but you're doing the best that you can. You're wearing yourself out, trying to get it all done. So keep that up and celebrate small steps, small progress. Your entire being will thank you. Let's take a moment right here. If you've just joined us, we're so glad that you're here at the Value of Me, building a healthy self-esteem. Go ahead and take another moment to share this, to like this educational experience, and to tag someone in the chats. Hit the @ sign and start tagging a few people so that they can catch this good information. We all need to build a healthy self-esteem. Number 4. Before I go to number 4, let's review. Somebody's just joining. We're talking about learning to value ourselves. Number 1 is to acknowledge that inner critic, and I'll go back over these shortly. Number 2, to receive compliments when they're given, receive them. Number 3, be grateful for your own efforts. And we're here at number 4. Forgive yourself often. This is good. Many times we don't do enough to forgive others, and we definitely don't forgive ourselves. If we criticize ourselves constantly, we're never forgiving of even mistakes or mishaps that come about in our lives. When things don't go as planned, practice forgiveness. Let it start with you. When people hurt you, practice forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, whether from others or yourself. We can hold grudges against others. Yeah, we know that, but did we realize that we can many times be holding grudges on ourselves? Other people have forgiven us and gone on and forgotten, but we are still holding grudges. God has forgiven us. Heaven has opened the door for us, but we are still holding grudges. It's like intentionally plaguing yourself with burdens that you don't need to carry. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. It's the free remedy that can alleviate so much of our suffering, so much of it. When we hold on to bitterness, it's worthy of implementing into our everyday lives. Forgiveness. Okay, so what? It didn't go as planned. Practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. When people hurt you, practice forgiveness. Y'all, I taught a series on this in church. I taught in our pastoral teaching, or maybe it was I don't know. But I taught a series on forgiveness. We need to learn how to forgive others, and especially to forgive ourselves. So holding on to grudges, whether from others or yourself, is like intentionally putting burdens on yourself that don't need to be carried. It's already enough to do. There's already enough in life to worry about, to get done, to accomplish things, to make sure that they go over well. We don't need one more thing to bring on ourselves to make the load even heavier. So forgive yourself often. Number 5, these are good. Practice affirmations in the mirror. We talked about this before. I'm telling you, this mirror thing works. I tell clients all the time, use the mirror to your advantage. You are able to see what other people see. Many times we skip over the value of ourselves because we don't see what others see. That's why we're not able to take a compliment and to think that it's for real or someone's serious about the compliment, because we don't get to see what they see. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Use it. Words carry a potent amount of power, and they do. That's why the Bible tells us that the power of life and death is in the power of the tongue. It's in the tongue. Whatever we say, we will have. Words carry a potent amount of power, and positive words are like little miracles waiting to sprout. Words are seeds. They're sown into our spirits, and they grow up. They sprout up whatever was sown. So because the eyes are the mirror to the soul, practicing speaking affirmations in the mirror is even more potent. When we can catch our own gaze, look at ourselves, and fill our space with positive words, we send that into our spirit. Those seeds that were sown, we water that, we sow that, and we water it. When we say it over and over to ourselves, positive words to and about ourselves. We tell ourselves how beautiful we are. We tell ourselves how handsome we are. We tell ourselves that we're smart, that we're intelligent, that we're capable, we're worthy, we have value. I'm loved or loving, or today I embrace myself as I am, as God made me. Embrace self. Come on, we're talking about the value of me, building a healthy self-esteem. We've got to think well of ourselves. Number 6, give attention to your dreams. Give attention to your dreams. Whether you like to write them out in your journal or make a vision board, giving attention to your dreams is a never-ending cycle of self-value and worth. I talk about dreams all the time, y'all. If you don't have it, grab my book, Dream Big and Win Journal. It's there on Amazon. Dr. Kimberly Clay, Ph.D. is there. Dream big and win. Your dreams are your deepest desires and wishes. When you shine a light on your dreams, you're feeding your soul and heart in a way that is spiritually and emotionally fulfilling. You're also teaching and empowering yourself to believe that you are worthy of those dreams. The more that you talk about your dreams, the more that you write them down, the more that you bathe yourself in your dreams, the more worthy you will feel stepping into your dreams when they become reality. Come on, give attention to your dreams. Don't just push it away. Don't just bury it in the ground or in the sand or in the back of your memories. Give attention to it. Write in that notebook. I know each of you have already started your notebook. When we started this series, I told you, if you're new to the series, go ahead and get you a blank spiral notebook. Start writing your dreams, your goals in that notebook. We cannot forget our dreams. We've got to give attention to our dreams. So write them out in a journal. I taught a series on clarity. We did a vision board at the end, talking about clarity for our lives, for our mind, for our thoughts. Just clarity in life. At the end, we had a vision board party. We did vision boards. However it is that you need to spell your dream out before you so that you can see it, do that. Because we need to give attention to our dreams, and it's a never-ending cycle of self-value and worth. Our dreams and our thoughts should continue to constantly evolve. They should definitely take a surrounding look at where we are, who we are at any given moment, and they should continue to grow from there. Give attention to your dreams. Come on, tell somebody. Give attention to your dreams. Let me see the hearts. Come on. Put those hearts up there. Lose it. Come on. I need to see the hearts. If you're not already shared this experience, go ahead and share it. Somebody will appreciate you. They'll love you for it. Give attention to your dreams. And then number 7, let go of comparison. We always compare ourselves to others. Guess what? You're as unique as a snowflake. There is not one snowflake that is like another. Each of them is individual, just unique. There is no one out there quite like you. We all know that comparison is the thief of joy. It's easy, very easy to compare ourselves to others and think that we're behind or lacking in some way. No matter how capable we are, gifted we are, there's always that thought in the back of our minds that we're behind or lacking in some sort of way. But that is simply not true. You are exactly where you need to be in the time frame of your life. So trust and believe that everyone walks their path in due and divine timing, in God's timing. Instead of focusing on what others have over you, focus on your unique journey and get excited at the opportunities to come. Yeah. It's good, I'm telling you. You're exactly where you need to be. We have to let go of comparing ourselves to others because we're not that person and they're not us. We have to learn to allow ourselves time to grow, space to grow, so that we can be our own person and not be compared to someone else. Is that okay? Is it okay that we're ourselves? Think about it for a moment. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be you because God made you uniquely you. He made you who you are. Yes, we're supposed to grow and progress, but God made us who we are. So as we talk tonight about learning to value yourself, learning to value ourselves in this Value of Me series, y'all, this is really good. We've got to get this down. We've got to get it down where we understand that we're right where we're supposed to be. We're growing, we're learning, and we're developing. So in learning to value yourself, there are some steps that we have to take. And I'm just grateful that I've been able to help get this through to you and be able to share this with you. I mean, I appreciate the time that you allow me to come into your space every Monday at 8 o'clock p.m. to share this information with you. This is why I call it an educational experience, because we're learning ourselves, we're learning about ourselves, and we're learning how to do better, how to better love ourselves, how to appreciate ourselves so that we can increase our self-worth. So in learning to value yourself, we talked about one. What is it? Number one, right. Acknowledge the inner critic. That loud inner voice is not always kind, is it? Not always nice. It interjects all the time when we have ideas and projects at hand, and it persuades us from taking a leap of faith or believing in ourselves for something new, for something better. We've got to check that inner critic, y'all. We've got to stop it when that voice comes, when that negativity rears its head up. Stop it. Cut it off. There's no place for our self-worth to grow when we're talking negatively to ourselves. So acknowledge that inner critic and get rid of it. Number two, what is it? Receive a compliment. Exactly. Receive compliments. Receive them. So when someone compliments you the next time, what do you say? Notice if you're quick to send that compliment back or wave your hand. Oh, no, not. No. Say thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, thanks. We're so afraid it's coming off needy. You know, some of us want to be so hard. We hardly ever receive the good words someone wants to send our way. But we found out that the reason why is because we don't often believe that we're worthy of the compliment. So I want to tell you right now, shame that devil, you are worthy. You are worthy of that compliment that you've been given. You're smart, you're intelligent, you're right where you need to be. You're on target to grow and to value yourself more. We don't often see ourselves the same way that others see us. So learn to accept compliments, okay? Number 3, be grateful for effort. It's not always easy, come on, to show up. Life is hard. It's rough sometimes. But be grateful for the efforts that you put up just to show up every day. Value yourself more and be grateful for every single thing that you do. Every effort that you put forth, be grateful and value yourself even the more because you came through it. You showed up. Some people don't show up to do anything. They just lay back and don't even try. But the simple fact that you are alive today means that God has a plan and a purpose for your life. So fulfill that purpose even the more. Give yourself a pat on the back because you showed up. You gave it all the effort that you had. You did your best. So I applaud you now. Come on, give your neighbor a hand wherever you are. Just clap for your neighbor. Number 4, forgive yourself often. Forgive yourself. When things don't go as planned, practice forgiveness. When people hurt you, practice forgiveness. Let me say that again. When things don't go as planned, practice forgiveness. When people hurt you, what do? No, we don't fight. We practice forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, whether from others, things they've done, or things that we've told or hurt ourselves, or we've not forgiven ourselves for mistakes or things from the past. Practice forgiveness. We don't need to carry that burden. We don't need to carry that weight along with us. Forgiveness is the free remedy. It doesn't cost anything. Forgiveness. a free remedy that can alleviate so much of our suffering and pain while we're holding bitterness. Don't be bitter. Let it go. Forgive. Let it go. Forgive. Let it go. 5, practice affirmations in the mirror. Talk good to yourself. I'm loved. I'm loving. I'm intelligent. I'm beautiful. I'm wonderful. I'm patient. I'm kind. Today, I embrace myself as I am. Practice affirmations. Stand there and talk to yourself. No, you're not crazy. Talk to yourself. Look in the mirror and see what others see. You may just notice something that you've been looking over all this time. Practice affirmations in the mirror. Number 6, give attention to your dreams. Y'all, this is one of my favorite steps in the value of me. Give attention to your dreams. If you didn't catch it, go and get my book, Dream Big and Win Journal, on Amazon. If you need one that's autographed, text me 972-589-1925 or email me at familyvibesinc@gmail.com. I'll send you out an autograph one. Give attention to your dreams, whether you like to write them out in your journal, do a vision board. Giving attention to your dreams is a never-ending cycle of self-value and worth. That's where we want to be, in the self-value and worth section. Your dreams are your deepest desires and wishes. When you shine a light on your dreams, you're feeding your soul and heart in a way that's spiritually and emotionally fulfilling. Shine a light on your dreams. Keep them ever before you. Keep them ever present in your heart, in your eyes, and in your mind. Your dreams are important to your value and self-worth. And number 7, let go of comparison. You're unique, just like a snowflake. Come on. There is no one else out there quite like you. Comparison is the thief of our joy. Get away from comparing yourself to others and be the you that God made you to be. You're exactly where you need to be. You're growing and developing in this life stage, getting ready for the next that's to come. You're better. You're next that's coming right around the corner. Instead of focusing on what others have over you, focus on your own unique journey and get excited at the opportunities to come. I need each of you to take this into practice this week. Practice. Learn to value yourself. Acknowledge that inner critic. Receive compliments. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about how it worked for you this week. I want to hear what your experience was. Practice being grateful for your efforts. Practice forgiving yourself. Practice doing your positive affirmations in the mirror. Practice giving attention to your dreams, writing them, making it plain, and letting go of comparison. I appreciate each of you. I appreciate your time. Take advantage of the information for Family Vibes and go there and be a sponsor, be a monthly sponsor. Join me with the donation, a gift for Family Vibes. Even now, as you're watching, go to Cash App or Givelify. It's on the screen. Go there and be a blessing as we're a blessing to our community. I appreciate your time. I want to hear about how this has blessed you, okay? Learn to value yourself. This has been The Value of Me with Dr. Kimberly Clay, building a healthy self-esteem. I love you, and I'll see you next Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. See you later.